Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having a chit chat. Let's dive right into why we are here. So teachers, this year 2024 we need to level up. So I'm going to be sharing ways you can level up as a teacher in the year 2024. Let's go. Number one, dress the way you want to be addressed. So let's start with the fact that you have to look good this year. Gone are the days where teachers dress like they don't have money or they're not well paid. We have passed that level. So if you're a teacher, you need to upgrade yourself and make sure that you look the way you want to be addressed. One thing I enjoy, or one comment I enjoy getting from my pupils or my students is, "Oh, you're looking good. I love your skirt. Oh, my mom has this type of blouse." They need to realize that we are not different from the bankers, the doctors, the lawyers out there. And if that perspective is not changed, then no child will want to become a teacher. So dress the way you want to be addressed. Dress well. Dressing well doesn't mean that you become uncomfortable. No, dress well. Dress in a way that you're comfortable. Identify your style. What looks good on you? If you're a lady, if you're a man, and you don't know your style yet, then you need to go and ask yourself, what do I like wearing? Or what looks good on me? Identify your style. For example, I like skirts that are, so let me show you what I'm wearing right now. I like when my skirts are actually, I don't like pencil skirts, I like flace skirts. And the same thing goes when it comes to my gowns. And that's my style. And I've identified that they look good on me. And so I've worked on investing in such outfits because I know that it looks good on me. Don't wear anything that is uncomfortable. Look good, feel good. Let's go to the next thing. The next thing is that we need to work smart in 2024. We need to work smart. When I say work smart, what do I mean? Of course, you have to be hardworking, but you have to be a smart worker. And the way a teacher can work smart in 2024 is to take advantage of technology. I've said this so many times. To be an outstanding teacher, you have to integrate technology in your teaching and learning process. Use ChatGPT. Don't waste your time sitting down for hours trying to draft, sketch, create lesson notes. Take advantage of ChatGPT, but then don't be a copycat. You also want to sit down, look through, put in your own touch, make it your own, and fly with it. So save time using ChatGPT. Integrate technology. Use tools that can help you grade children's work. Instead of sitting down trying to mark papers, please, we can't do that in 2024. Let's spend time. Let's work smart so that we can have more time for ourselves. Number 3 is to become an asset. I remember when I had a conversation with my Ghanaian friend Techi on one of my IG live sessions. He talked about the fact that as a teacher, you should be an asset where you work. Your employer should see you as an asset, such that you get to that level where you wouldn't even be scolded for not doing some things. Why? Because there's this level of trust. You wouldn't be micromanaged. Why? Because there's this level of trust. Are you an asset where you work? Or are you still that teacher that needs to be monitored, that cannot be vouched for? Are you that teacher that once the doors are closed, you will not be found doing the right thing anymore? Are you that teacher that is not developing yourself professionally? We're going to go to that. But now let's focus on becoming an asset. This year, you want to sit down and ask yourself, what extra am I bringing to the table in the year 2024? What extra are you bringing to the table in 2024? So let's go back to the drawing board and start looking at, you can do a SWOT analysis. What are my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? And see how you can delegate the things that you cannot do, or learn from people that already know, improve on your weaknesses, maximize your strengths, take advantage of your opportunities, and fly. You cannot afford to be on the list of people that wants to get laid off, or people that are the weak links. It should not be you. So work on becoming an asset this year. So let's move into the 4th one. The 4th one is that you need to make your wellness a priority. If you know me, you know I always talk about teacher wellness. I'm a teacher wellness advocate, so I will always talk about it. Make your wellness a priority. And when I talk about wellness, I'm actually referring to all the aspects of wellness, not just you exercising and eating well. No. Wellness is way beyond the physical aspect. So we have the physical, take care of yourself, eat well, dress well, look good. We have the social aspect, collaborate this year. Network and collaborate with other teachers. Stop being a lone ranger. It can't work this year. It won't take you far. Collaborate. When you go for conferences, when you go for trainings, when you go out there, collaborate with other teachers, other people. They don't have to be in the education space. Collaborate with people when you meet them, connect with people, network with people, take advantage of every opportunity that you have to go out there. Take advantage of every opportunity and meet new people. Tell them about your passion, right? So that's social wellness. Let's go to the next one. Financial wellness. How do you intend to increase your income this year? As a teacher, what are your plans to increase your income this year? What skills do you have? Do you want to monetize your skills? Do you want to monetize your knowledge? Do you want to monetize your expertise? Start planning towards that. The next one you want to think of is professional wellness. Where are you when it comes to your career? Are you intentional about growing professionally? What certifications do you have to take this year to take it to the next level? What conferences and trainings do you need to attend this year to level up? And now, if you don't know where you fall here, that is, you have not identified your why, I think it's very important that you do, because as a teacher, you also need to be specific about the area that you want to grow. It's either you carry out a SWOT analysis to identify your weaknesses so that you can intentionally improve on those areas. So for example, you are not good when it comes to using technology. That might be your focus for the year. Maybe you are great at using technology, but you have not been able to explore. You have not been exploring lots of teaching methodologies, or you want to look at. What are the areas that you are weak in, and how can you intentionally improve in those areas? And if, for example, you have a niche, for example, you are an early years teacher, you are a play enthusiast, you are a STEAM educator, what certifications do you want to take so that you can become an expert in that area? So that's something that we need to look into. And your social wellness. So let's look at your mental wellness. How are you ensuring that you set boundaries and you are self-aware about your triggers so that you don't get upset unnecessarily? How emotionally intelligent are you? How well do you know yourself? How are you able to, what are the things that you need to do to manage your emotions? You must attend to your mental and your psychological wellness. And last of all, your spiritual wellness. And this is something that is very, very important, because one thing I sat down to realize this year, when the year began, the first few weeks, I just took this break where I was not thinking of any New Year resolution or anything. Instead, I was just focused on how did I achieve all that I achieved in the past 6 months with a baby. It seems like I achieved so much more with a baby than when I did not have a baby. I couldn't have done it by myself. It was definitely God. And it made me realize the importance of setting goals, because when I had my baby, I knew that I was at that point where I also wanted to do so much more when it comes to my brand and my career. So I told myself, this baby will not be an excuse. If I have to carry in my left hand and work with my right hand, I will do that. And I literally worked with my right hand and had her in my left hand through the process of building my teacher brand, through the process of starting the teacher branding community, through the process of having 3 quarters of the teacher branding session, right? Through the process of coming back to start my everyday teacher branding show. She was in my hand. Thank God for my husband, who was always planning his day to align with mine so that he can assist me to take care of her and of course our children. So it's very important that your spiritual wellness is settled. And that is why this year, one of the things I wanted to do was not necessarily to pray more, but to be more aware of God's presence in my life, and to be very intentional about seeking his face and listening to him. I did more of talking than listening to him last year. So it's my goal that I listen more. What's your goal when it comes to your spiritual wellness? What's your goal when it comes to you building or having a personal relationship with your God? And of course, the last but not the least, one is that you need to build your teacher brand. I know what you're saying. I'm not an Instagram person. I don't have time to start making YouTube videos. Calm down. Your teacher brand is simply you showcasing what you're passionate about. You showcasing the skills that you already have. You showcasing what you have expertise in, right? So don't beat up yourself. Don't get overwhelmed. Building a teacher brand is simply you sitting down, reflecting, looking at yourself and saying, what am I about? What am I most passionate about? What's that thing that people always run to me for? Is there something there? Can I begin to speak to people when it comes to this area? So for example, my goal as a teacher was just to make the teaching profession enviable. But along the line, I realized the reason why teachers were being looked down on, or the perspective, or the reason for the perspective that people had of teachers was because they were not taking care of themselves. And that was what led me to becoming an advocate for teachers' wellness. And so I started talking about teacher wellness, and I started telling people how teacher wellness was not just focused on your physical appearance. So I started educating teachers on the different aspects of their wellness and started stressing the professional and financial part, and that led me to teacher branding. So identifying what you're passionate about and asking yourself what challenges are teachers facing in this area can direct you on how you can now offer services to help teachers fix the challenges or overcome the challenges that they are facing. You are as valuable as your understanding of the problems of your target audience. So if you're able to sit down to ask yourself, what am I passionate about when it comes to education? After identifying that, the next question is, what challenges do people have when it comes to this area? Once you're able to identify that, then you sit down to ask yourself, how can I solve those problems? And as you go, you also begin to educate yourself, get certifications, train yourself, do courses to help you become an expert in that field so that there is authority in your voice when you're speaking. So I've talked about 5 things. Number 1, I said dress the way you want to be addressed. Number 2, work smarter. Integrate technology, maximize ChatGPT. Number 3, become an asset in your workplace. Number 4, make your wellness a priority. Number 5, build a teacher brand. Which of these would you be working on in 2024? Go into the comment section to tell me. And of course, you can add to the list. In what other ways can teachers level up in 2024? Go into the comment section and go and add to the list. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please subscribe, like this video. And if you are subscribed already, thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.